I'm gonna hit the club and party tonight. 'Cause everything I do, I know right. It's been so long since I had a little fun. See that girl over there, she just might be the one. Hey baby, are you alone? Looks like to me you came out to get on. Don't worry, I'm not trying to be rude. I just wanna party and dance with you. I come to party. I'm gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna dance all night long until the morning comes. I'm gonna dance the night away. I didn't come here young to hold up and go. If you wanna just sit around, you should stay at home. Because the music is sounding so good. I wanna party like we used to, way back up in the woods. Now everybody is having a good time. All the sexy women, they're shaking their behinds. They're moving up and they're moving back, dipping and shaking. I like it like that. I wanna party. I'm gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna dance all night long until the morning comes. I'm gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna party. I'm gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna dance all night long until the morning comes. I'm gonna dance the night away. Now, Mr. DJ, you got this party started. Yeah. So whatever you do, please don't stop. See, I came out here to get it on, and I ain't gonna stop dancing until it's time to go home. I put on some elevators, I got a feel for gin. I tell that cook to bring the wings on in. I ain't never been to a club like this. Everybody's stepping, doing that southern soul twist. I come to party. I'm gonna dance the night away. I'm gonna dance all night long until the morning comes. I'm gonna dance the night away. Party. Dance the night away. Party. Everybody sing. Dance the night away.
Hey, what up, though, this Monday morning? What it do, what it do, what it do? Just doing a brief check-in. Nothing serious, really, you know. Just want to wrap a little taste. Had a few things marinating on my mind, and I just thought I should share. Like I told y'all, I tried to introduce one of the guys that's putting them truths out here on the airways, man. Been looking and listening and researching some things, man. And I just want to talk about them a little bit, talk about a few things that ran across my thought processes. Did you guys know, and these are, truths, I'll give my own opinion on some things, but when I'm talking about mere facts. You remember me talking about the Hippocratic oath? Well, I never overstood what that mean. I always understood it, but never really, paid attention to it. Let me tell you why. Because yesterday, guys, I just found out that one of the fallen angels, one of the guys that are, in line with Zeus, and all those guys, one of the guys' name was Hippocrates. Hippocrates, right? So when a person takes the Hippocratic oath, that's the guy that they're swearing to. That's the guy that they're professing to represent, serve, if you will. I just thought that was, pretty mind blowing to me. And the fact of the matter is, I always grew up a kid that never really bought off into the look down on people, mainly because I was one of the have nots, but if talk to my homeboy Disco, who was on here before, it didn't look that way to him. To him, he was one of the have nots. So when you speak on, wanting to be better, I felt like that when it comes to competition. When it came to basketball, football, who could play the game better, who was better at, hooping at the park. I can sympathize with that. But y'all, when it comes to just having the desire to be better, look better than your fellow man, it all comes from insecurities. It all starts from insecurities. That's why if you listen to the rhetoric, a woman or a criticizer would always tell a person with a real good car, they would always sum that up to them having a, minute sex organ. Because the person that usually, and like I said, usually wants to stick out more than everybody else is people that's inadequate in other things. So you always heard that, and that's because there were insecurities at play. So when you come on this platform, any platform, and you see that the everyday language between two equal individuals, and when I say equal, I mean you're living. Hey, you. Good morning. Good morning. So when it comes to wanting to shine, wanting to look better, be better, see, these are attitudes that are programmed into us, because these are the attitudes that fuel the bloodline of the Americas. That attitude to be better, look better, act better, have more. That attitude right there fuels hate. It fuels envy. And, they want to nurture that. So, being that I'm giving you a heads up on people and their insecurities, when you get that attitude to come around you that always want to be the biggest and baddest and know the most and do the most and What's up, you? Long time no see. What's up this morning, man? You know that there's insecurity problems there. So you shouldn't get mad at this point. In fact, at this point, we should all be realizing that the mass majority of the people around us have mental problems. They've done everything but show you otherwise. Mental problems. Everybody wants to be seen. Nobody wants to be wrong. See, overstand this here. I'm not in that category. I've been wrong. I can't even count how many times in my life. And I'm not one to think that I'm going to go the rest of my life not being wrong again. I'm not the one that say he don't say the wrong things, do the wrong things. See, in fact, I tried to tell individuals I follow Christ. And see, I don't care what your grandma did, what your preacher, the people at church did. See, Christ told you from the get-go that you will fall short of the glory. He told you you will not reach perfection in this world. He told you that. So when you get people, and I've seen it before, when you get people that's so-called religious and spiritual and they turn their nose up because you in a certain type of lifestyle and this, that, and the other, see what you have here is an example of what not to be. Because notice, when Christ hit the scene, he didn't have that attitude. In fact, the people that were white collar, blue collar type, they scoffed at him because he wasn't chilling with them. Why you going to hang with the scum of the earth? What type of cat is you? That's how they came at Christ. That's how they came at him. So I'm not a goody goody. I'm a whole job in progress. I get on here and have these conversations with my people. Just be stuff I have on my mind or some truths I got within that, either I have shared or want to break down some more and give my opinion on some things. So when you see this attitude come around you, just identify it as a sickness. Identify it for what it is. It's not good. I should say that. It's not something I want to testify to. And as I was doing my little retrospect, and I was looking at some videos of Joe Biden before he became president, when he was running for president. I'm looking at how they got him, showing him touching on the little kids and the stuff he's saying about the kids playing with the hairs on his leg. Oh man, I'm just not seeing that, no. Oh man, I'm sorry for your loss, brother. Sorry for your loss, man. Goodness. Wow. Kind of knocked me off right there, no. Goodness. Hey, bro, you got access to me, man. You need me. Can you push that? Oh, you left yours lit. I thought you put it up.
Oh, I just said they put on my phone.
Just giving a heads up to the people that really rock with me. Just look at it, try to look at it that way. Yeah, we do, man. We do. We do, brother. My family prayers and my people prayers to you and your family, man. You said little sis, man. Uh, yeah, talking about this Biden character. Now, we got the idea with Trump. He was saying all types of crazy stuff, and people were saying, well, I know they ain't gonna let him in there. And you see what happened. And then you had a situation where, oh, you know what? I got something I want to show y'all. While I'm on this subject. Check this out, y'all. And I know you probably on your way getting ready for work. Just turn up your stuff. I want you to hear this, brother. Let me take this to about right here. I want y'all to hear this. Let me look on my screen, y'all. Let me make sure I got y'all on the right. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down. Make the screen a little bit bigger. All right, check this out, y'all. Talk about
Museum and the Joe Ford Library Museum. Here's how these students took advantage of a rare learning opportunity.
Thank you very, very much. It's a very high honor and a very great privilege for me to come to West Branch and to participate in this conference, which is being held here at the Hoover.
Can y'all hear?
Mr. Ford, what advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Let me know if y'all can hear.
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen.
Put a 1 up if y'all can hear. Okay, thank you.
Normal course of events. Either the
What advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law or constitution. And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination in the future. But that's the way it's going to happen, and I think it'll probably come sometime in the next 4 or 8 years.
Did y'all get a big taste of that? Yeah. Now, that was a former president telling you that in 89. So now you kind of understand why it hasn't happened yet. Because he kind of, when you get these characters, sometimes a script gets switched up, and sometimes things get thrown out there just for the purpose of being pondered upon. It's a form of magic, if you will. It's a form of magic. It's kind of like the same magic, being used at your doctor's offices, at your hospitals. It's kind of like the same magic that was used on the world when it comes to this, the venom, the sea venom, and getting I heard a YouTuber use this term, Vicky, and getting your Vicky for the sea venom. The mind has let me use this example. All of us understand what a placebo is. Nothing real about it, straight up sugar pill. But in a lot of instances, the doctor have told people that these sugar pills, knowing that they're nothing but sugar pills, but have told their patients, this will make you better. It's worked on, 100% of people have worked on. It's going to get you better. And to the surprise of people that's in the background that knows these things, these people actually got better. See, the mind has the mind has a way to remember things it wants to remember. We all know that. We all can testify to that. But it also has a way to make things that's not real. It just depends on how much faith you have in the person saying it. Do that sound crazy? Do that sound Christian to you? These doctors, let me say this again. These doctors overstand the placebo effect. These doctors has given people sugar pills, knowing they have no type of medication, they're nothing. And they spake that this pill will help them get better, it will cure whatever they got going on with them. And to the surprise of the unbelievers, it actually worked. It actually worked. So these people that do this, they also know that it has another, a backwards relay to them. So if you speak to people and tell people it's a guarantee that they're going to get sick over and over and over again, and flash these symbols in front of their face, and tell people, even if people came in and died from gunshot wound, stab wound, car accident, etc., and tell people, oh yeah, they died from that, but they would have died anyway because they had the sea venom inside of them anyway. So when you hear that, mind you, you're scared already. So when you hear that and you go into the store and somebody ain't got their mask on and you hear them cough, 9 times out of 10, the way your mind working, you're going to be sick that night. Because you overstand, you understand, but you have people that don't, and you got people that do overstand this type of magic. It's magic. Simply put. Now, let me help you understand what you're going through is just an agenda. It's just an agenda. Let me help you understand that. We have something that came out in 2019, right? By 2020, there was a vaccine, a Vicky, quickly made, and they right off the bat told you it's not 100%. It's not 100%. They told you, they forewarned you way beforehand. Because if you're 100% alive, if you're 100% alive, and you put something in your body that someone tells you that's not 100% like yourself, like your condition, then it's not their fault at that point. It's your fault. And I know, a lot of people don't want to hear this type of talk coming from me. I understand. But if these people have rushed, they told you they was rushing, and it's all a lie. Before they created this thing, they already had, they always create the vaccine before they create the virus. That's just fact. Just go look at their go research it. Go research it. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, No. Absolutely. 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 So these people know how this type of magic works. So ask yourself, if it was just that easy to come up with something, you understand, that just hit the scene, right? Then when we talk about sickle cell, Crohn's, cancer, HIV, etc., it's been decades. What is the explanation for these things not having a cure? That's just a simple question, y'all. It's just a simple question. And the question make perfect sense to me, because I can't see something like diabetes, something a person can live with for years, years on years on years. I can't see how you don't have a cure for that. But when it comes to something that's vicious and that's life-threatening, as this thing that's going around now, you come up with something real quick. I'm trying to figure that part out. Mm-hmm. What?
what I was saying the other day.
Sucker, I'm gonna use whatever you say. You got more drinks in the refrigerator too, baby. I got you juices, no more pop.
That's fine. They got me a cranberry mix.
1 second, y'all. I did. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, it's just a question I asked. Just a question. And then, y'all, something I didn't have on the agenda. Something I didn't have on the agenda. I've been living 44 years, right? And I've seen in 44 years numerous mild winters. These people had a video saying that the icebergs melted, y'all, and walruses were stuck on mountain slopes, diving off of them. Yeah. You're making good sense. I think it's something worse in store for us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is that we just got the prequel. We just got the, you know how when you're in school, y'all, and they have to do the fire drill? That's what we just eyewitnessed. But see, this should put a lot of people 2 steps ahead of the game. You should already know what's about to get ready to happen next. It shouldn't be no surprise. It shouldn't be no surprise whatsoever. For those of us that did what we did in good faith when we ran out, and I said I'm not participating in it, but I'm gonna say we because just because a person do something you fiercely beg them not to do to themselves, they do it. You know, like a crackhead or a wino. You don't just throw them away. You don't just turn your back on them. If you claim you there for them, you're going to be there for them. Now, if they turn their back on you, that's something different. But you don't be the perpetrator. You don't be the perpetrator. So those of us who went out there in good faith, that took that jabber, those of us that, bought into it, don't feel bad because I don't, even though they might have spiked the punch, so to speak, it's not time. They haven't used this to say, hey, if you don't get this, you can't buy or sell as a whole. They have done it in small situations, but as a whole, as the whole land, because there are quite a few places that wasn't going along with the agenda. Excuse me, quite a few places that didn't go along, that's not going along with the agenda. But there will be a time, and they just did the fire drill. There will be a time now that they actually put something foreign in you to prepare your body to fight the actual thing. See, it wasn't out here before until people actually put it in them. Now it's for surely out here. I've told people the whole time, those that's in my life, told them the whole time, it's nothing out here, but it will be out here once a nice bunch is given the Vicky. And yes, y'all, quite a few people have went and got the Vicky. And yes, y'all, that magic they use have come to fruition, because that actual thing that they lied about, they're not necessarily lying about it now. It's really actually out here because people voluntarily put it inside them. Just let that marinate just for a hot second. See, before then, it was just me saying, it was just me showing you pictures. I just show you a quick glimpse of some doctors running up the hallway with a dummy in the bed. And I just show you a quick glimpse, and that's enough to just everybody just to say, oh, it's real. Oh, it's real. See, everybody is privy, because the information is out there, to overstand that every news station is owned by the same brotherhood. You remember when we was growing up, when we was younger, we used to see the news stations competing against each other. See, you don't have to worry about that now, because they all belong to the same puppet masters. So there's no competing now. No competing. So I tell y'all, I showed y'all what I showed y'all to just let you know that all this stuff is prescripted. All of it is prescripted. And they get their playbook from the Bible. You remember how I was telling you the placebo effect worked both ways? How you can speak a person into being healed, and how you can speak a person into being sick. See, you can actually speak things into existence. Please check out this video. It's called Crisis in Ukraine, made by Remnant Video. I don't know how to forward the link by phone. 200 Ukraine soldiers laid out in body bags. A wind blows the body. Me and my son have been talking about this war. My son pointed me to a video where the people was using cardboard guns. Did y'all see that one? Wow. Are you kidding me? You don't know how to do it? Well, let me, I'm acting like I'm literate. Dang, I wish you knew how to put that in there. See what you do, Mary Jane, you make your screen small and you press the back button and you go to the video and you hit those three little dots in the corner and you press copy link. Then you come back over here and you press hard on the comment section and it's going to say paste, and you hit that paste and boom, it'll show up in the comment section. I just learned how to do it myself too. But yeah, y'all, that president told that little girl the way it's going to go down. The way it's going to go down. And I thought that was crazy for him to put a time limit on that. And it just speaks volumes, y'all, about where we at, the construct. The construct. Wow, I'm still blown by that one, Mary Jean. I got to tell my wife about that one. Hell no. Wow. But listen, y'all. Now, I'm glad y'all found that. I'm glad you found that, Mary Jane. My son found the cardboard guns they was using. They was supposed to be shooting or whatnot, right? But the thing that stopped me in my tracks was the interviews with the so-called Ukraine president. When I seen that, I was done. I said, oh man, no. Stop. But see, I told y'all, and I hate to sound like this. I want to say I told y'all that these people are in the same brotherhood. See, before you get a certain position in this world, you have to kiss Satan's ass. Before you get a certain amount of fame, before you get a certain amount of money in this world, you have to bow down. Now, say if you're ignorant, right? And you figure out how to get this money, stack and save, and you got millions, right? So you get these millions, you're going to get a visit. You're going to get a visit. And this person is going to tell you to donate to something that you don't really know what it's about. You don't know what it really stands for. All you know is that, first of all, dude, I don't know you. Second of all, that's way too much money for a cause that I have don't have no knowledge of. And the third of all, who the hell are you? And that person that comes to visit you and tell you that you need to donate to this or that, he's going to let you know who he is. He's going to let you know what world you're in. And he's going to remind you what Jesus Christ reminded his apostle when asked by the Pharisees, do you pay your taxes? You this, that, and the other. You supposed to be this, that, and the other. Do you plan on paying your taxes? When Christ looked at that coin and he asked that dude, he said, whose face is this? And that man said, Caesar. Christ said, give to Caesar what is his. Give to Caesar what is his. Why he say that? Because it has Caesar's face on it. Why he say it? Because it's Caesar's kingdom. That's Caesar's rule. Pay your taxes. In other words, this don't belong to me. This belongs to the person whose face and name is on it. Which means I don't care how much money you have, it don't belong to you. It is not yours. Well, I work this, that, and the other. I put this, I say this up, my 401k. Listen, go back to Detroit. Go in Detroit archives, right on YouTube. I want you to go back to when Kwame Kilpatrick, the mayor of Detroit, was going through what he was going through. And look at why they show Kwame on the TV all day. They were trying to hide something, y'all. And they were very successful at doing so, unless you were a victim of what they was trying to hide. Unless you were a victim. See, what happened down the street and around the corner from City Hall was one of the people that really run things. He decided to take people's money out of people's 401ks. He decided to take money out of people's pensions. And they found the legal way to do it. All that was going on while they was talking about Kwame stole under $1 million, while this guy stole or took hundreds of millions. But Kwame is on the news all day, every day, because he hung with movie stars and sports stars, right? He's on the news every day because he cheated on his wife, right? Because he had an affair with one of his co-workers, right? When round the corner and down the street, somebody was robbing innocent people of hundreds of millions. So they were very successful flashing this man on TV every time you turned on TV. They were very successful because you don't hear nobody talking about it now. Hell, I'm in Detroit where it happened at, and there's people that don't even know about it. Mm-hmm. Now you just come back in this chat, Mary Jane, and you just press hard on that comment section, like hold it, and then you should see something pop up that say paste, and then you boom. Yeah. But it don't surprise me. See, I want y'all to be on the same level as me. I don't want y'all to be surprised when y'all see these things. I want y'all to be like, okay. See, my wife, my family was already 2 steps ahead. I talked to my son because my sons wasn't even around. And I talked to my sons. I got on that subject. My sons cut me off before I could even get there. Like, oh, I ain't getting that. I ain't doing that. I'm straight the way I am. See, my sons used to be sick every other week. I told y'all this about the microwave. My sons used to be sick every other week. We had the breathalyzer. We had all type of inhalers and all that type of stuff, medicines and pills. And see, when we got rid of that microwave, all that changed. All that changed, y'all. So my sons ain't no stranger to being sick. They heard that stuff. They were like, I don't gotta worry about that. I'm good. And one of my sons just got into Christ. I said, so what if they tell you I won't have no job? I said, okay. I ain't got to say no more. You already on point. Already on point. So I just want y'all to be in the overstanding that you're getting played. Your ignorance. They're playing on your ignorance. And y'all over here with me, so I know when I say your ignorance, I'm not being insulted. I'm being direct. Meaning, if you have a lack of knowledge on anything concerning this, they're going to play in your face. They're going to play on your face. I think them neck bones. I don't think them. That's why I say I wanted you to look at them first. You sure they turkey? Okay. Oh, turkey. Okay. That's why it look like that. Okay. Yeah, because them turkey pieces I got in there, like a drum that got cut up. It's in the beans already. Yeah, I'm cooking some pinto beans tonight, so I'm just getting it on before I even get tired of anything. I think I want to fry some bird on the side of that. Thinking about putting a crispy bird, you dig, on the side of that.
It look like cut up hamburgers.
You're going to have to taste that and see what it needs. Yeah. Yeah, I did some of them. I ain't put nothing in there like the oil, and I ain't put nothing in there but a little seasoning. Yeah, I ain't had no beans in a while, y'all. You know, we do pinto beans when we barbecue and do good dinners. Not pinto beans, but baked beans, but had no pinto beans in a while. But yeah, that's where we at. And the sad thing is that a person actually will kill somebody over their money, over their things. And the sad reality about it all is that ain't none of it belong to us. You can stack all that money. Something happened to you, you can't spend none of it. Had a situation where somebody's identity was stolen. Somebody I know. And they had to wait years before they got it together. Oh, beautiful, Mary Jane. Let me go in here. Thank you. Go to the 18 minute and 04 second mark. Okay. I'm gonna just put this in my memory bank on my phone so I can go back to it when I get finished here. Yep, give me 1 second, y'all. Go inside here. Yep, give me 1 second, y'all. Oops, damn. Forgot I still had that hooked up. Yep, you did it.
George Soros.
Okay, I got that now. Thanks, man, Mary Jane. I got you. Okay, I got that now. Yeah. And you know, another thing we see a lot of people nowadays hold near and dear to them is this internet. These pages, anybody can have a website and make a YouTube page and things like that. And when they have it and they do good at it, they get possessive. And if you're not pushing their agenda, you're going to see who really owns what. That's all it should be used as. Shouldn't be something you love, but the world teaches, the world programs, and it's intelligent to the ignorant when a person say, I love money. I used to be a Rick Ross listener, but it was too many songs where I heard him talk about all he do is think about money. That's on his mind all the time. See, the scripture tells me this: the love of money is the root to all injurious things. Not money itself, to love it, to treat it better than you treat somebody that's actually alive, to hold it more near and dear to your heart than somebody that's actually breathing. And mind you, this is something that can't love you back. It's something that when you die, it's of no more interest. Leave it to somebody, do your loved ones or what have you. I know if you've been living, you've heard numerous stories about people's lives being taken based on gifts that was left by people that passed on. People wasn't satisfied. People couldn't divide the dividends equally enough, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where you have things that should be a blessing end up being a curse. Oh yeah, I'm watching the whole boy. As soon as I get off here, I'm watching the whole thing. For sure. But we hold it near and dear. We put it before, I've seen people put it before their own family. When we talk about this internet, put it before everybody in their life. Got neighbors don't even know them. But about 1,000 people online know them. About 2,000 people online know him. Neighbor, oh, he peaceful guy, this, that, and the other. What else you know? I know his name is this. I don't know too much. He ain't real social. He's not real sociable. That's until you hit that live button. Or she hit that record button. Then, totally different side. Do I have what is my nope, that's not in my community section. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, Mary Jean. I'm trying to figure out how would I do that. Do I put it in here? Let me see. Oh, it's just I don't. Is Gmail the same as email, right? Question. I'm not too literate at this stuff, y'all. I'm just starting myself. If so, I got you. I got you before this even end. Okay, I got you, Mary G. Most definitely. About to put it in there now. You already know the at Gmail part. Oops. Yeah. Cars. Can't take it with you. You laid up in the hospital somewhere. You can't do nothing with it. Can't do nothing with it. But if you put that love and that attention towards another human being, now they can do something with it. You understand? They could possibly reciprocate that back. Right? Mm-hmm. But no, we're going to put that love and affection, we're going to put into something that's not capable, that's not alive. We're going to put it in things rather than our fellow man. You know why? Because a fellow man don't know how to show appreciation. A fellow man don't know how to say thank you. But a car do. But a dollar do. But YouTube do. Yep. And it really cracks me up, y'all. It really cracks me up because the unbeliever thinks that the word of God work like the world. You know how the world is. If you got a lot, you know everything. You're the best. See, that ain't the way it work with God. Now, Solomon asked for wisdom. Out of all the things he could have asked for, he asked for wisdom so that he can judge God's people righteously. But did that wisdom stop him from going against God's word? No. It sure didn't. It sure didn't. See, the Apostle Paul lets us know that you can have all these gifts, you can have this, you can have that, but if you don't have love, you have nothing. If you don't have love, the things that you do means nothing. So we got to understand what's being taught. The word of God don't work like the world. The world and God are like water and dirt, like oil and water. They're not the same. That's where the churches make their mistake at. You have a bum that come in stinking. He's treated in a disrespectful manner. But a guy come in with a 3-piece suit and know some scriptures, he's given a seat close to the front where the preacher at. The world and God works very different from one another. And please, y'all, stop thinking because you've read the Bible back and forth 100 times and you still say the Bible is man-made, is man-inspired, and everything that you bring out concerning the Bible is regurgitation from people that have never read the Bible. The same language, the same talk. Same language, y'all. The same beefs. And at the end of the day, if you've read the Bible more than I've read the Bible, say well over 100 times, then there's no way that you can still say that this is man's work. Not unless you only read the Bible front and back, but you only read particular parts of the Bible. Now, if that's the case, I fully understand. Fully. And you knowing the Bible back and forth, what does this mean? The devil knows the Bible back and forth as well. Do you understand? Well, you do understand, but I need you to understand that this is what the spirits use when they combat each other. They use God's word. What did Satan use? What do Satan use? Even to this day, he used God's word. I hear you people that talk about this white man's this. The white man gave you the book that tells you that the Jew is supposed to be running everything. Now, why would the white man do that? I don't really understand that, but this is the argument. The white man gave you a book to keep you in captivity, and this book is explaining a non-white man conquered the world, defeated the devil at his own game. It's amazing to me. And I had some brothers say, well, how you gonna talk the word of God and you don't know about this, you don't know about that, you don't know about this? Well, check this out. The devil knows the word front and back. Does that qualify him more than me to talk about the Bible? What did the devil use on Jesus? Scripture. He used scripture. He used what a lot of people these days call the fairy tale book. And dig this here. What did Christ use back? Scripture. See, the devil gave an account of the scripture, right? But see, Christ came and did something a little special. He did the same thing, but the only thing different is that Christ gave an accurate account of the scripture. He gave an accurate account of God's word. That's the difference between God and the world. See, the world will use the Bible front and back, if you don't know the Bible, to make you do what the world wants you to do. See, a follower of Christ, see, they have fear to deviate anything from the scripture. So they're going to do the same thing I'm going to do. They're going to tell you, don't take my word for it. Read it for yourself. Listen to what I'm saying, but do not believe me. Read it for yourself. So if Satan used the scripture on Christ, why wouldn't he use it on you too? Why do you people think that having more means more? Means that you are more, when the word of God tells you the exact opposite? Is it because we experience things in our family, or we've experienced things growing up that happened in the churches, that we just automatically shun the scripture? Or is it that we went in there ourselves, non-biased, and reason what type of wisdom is behind these words? See, because I went in the Bible several ways. I went in the Bible in ways where I was listening to what somebody else was telling me. I was just going to certain scriptures to prove certain points, or just read it straight outright, or did lessons. I spent a number of years in the Kingdom Hall where we actually studied lessons before we had our meetings. So I went in there a collection of ways. And I still don't know all. I met a brother who was 70 years old, and he said he came into the knowledge of Jesus Christ and the one who sent him when he was 19 years old. And this brother told me that he still learns from the Bible. He still learns. He still learns new stuff every day. And I understand that that's only, if any, just a slight exaggeration. You will. All you got to do is keep on fighting and keep on digging. Just don't settle for nothing. Just don't settle for nothing. Keep on digging, because it's in all of us. When something ain't right, it's in all of us. It's in all of us, even the dumbest of the dumb. When something ain't right, them hairs gonna come up. When you hear something ain't right, when you feel something ain't right, you gonna feel them hairs prickle up. It's just the fact that even when I was in my worst of my worst, doing my worst out in the world, when something wasn't right, I got that. I felt it. I felt it. Awareness off and everything. I felt it. I'd have been blowed out my mind, drunk as a skunk. And when I felt danger, when danger came around, I felt it, even in that state. Absolutely. So yeah, keep trying. You will. It'll come to you. See, understand this, y'all. You can read it 1,000 times. It's possible 1,000,000 times. But if your heart condition ain't right, you're not going to understand it. If you think that lying is cool, if you think this cheating on your woman, even though you ain't married, you think it's all good because you ain't married, or your man, if you think those type of things are cool, there's no way you could actually understand or get the word of God. If you believe in things called a little white lie, it's not, it won't hurt. Your heart is not ready. See, I was telling y'all the last video or the last live I did, I was bragging on this guy. And I love to brag on individuals when they, Jesus first, God first type of people. I listened to some of his videos and I understand that he's not a smoker or a drinker. And a light came on. I was telling y'all how me being a smoker, it's preventing me from being used at my full potential. So I be a little off. I be a lot of off, but I try to take advantage of these times, so that I can look eye to eye with people and talk to rather than down. Talk with rather than to, I should say, or down. So I use, I use this time right here where I can get to know people. People get to know me. We can kick it. We can, you want to express yourself, got a little profanity in your gut. You can go ahead and get that off. See, because Apostle Paul said to reach people, he had to become like those people. So I don't have to become. I'm already one of you people. I'm here right along with y'all. I'm just a lover of truth. I love the truth, even if it convicts me. That's just the way it is. I love it. Me and my wife could argue, and I would say this, that, and the other about my wife, but I go back later on if she hit on some things that's real that I need to hear. I meditate on that, marinate on what's being said, and I always go back to her and say, "Babe, you hit that right on the nose right there. I appreciate that." And I'm just speaking facts. That's just me. And she think I used to say that type of stuff to her so I can make sure she wasn't mad. No, I'm just a lover of truth. I sit back and I evaluate my moves accordingly. You know, see if she got any truth behind what she's saying. And if she do, I give her props. Flat out. I give her props. Flat out. Don't forget about that liver, brother. Don't forget about that liver. Oh, yeah. Hey, you probably want to do a little research on that liver. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you have to see, we think that the buildings are where God's spirit dwells. No. The scripture tells you that God's spirit can't dwell in man-made buildings. You are the temple. So when you clean that temple out, when you got that temple clean, you're putting yourself in position to be used more by God. You understand what I'm saying? So when I was telling y'all how this brother articulates, he makes his points, he's a lot more sharper, and he's a former student of Dr. York. He's a former student of the craft. And I met this brother late last year, and I was wondering, well, I didn't actually meet him. But when you in association with somebody that's in the know, it's just like you met him. It's just like you shook hands and y'all just kicked back and had dinner and chilled, played the game, whatever. It just feel like you know him. And I'm wondering all these years, how don't I know about these? This brother got videos from 8 years ago on here. And I'm wondering, like, man, how is he, the brother's so on point. And I understand now that his temple is a lot cleaner than mine. It's a whole lot cleaner than mine. And when y'all go over to him, when y'all check him out, his name is Unplug. Y'all can see where I'm coming from. When y'all hear me talk about these overstands and understands, see, it took about a good 20 of his videos for me to grasp what he was trying to relay to his audience when he used those terms. He helped me with the idea that you don't want to understand something. You want to go over that. And I appreciate that. Now I'm all the way to the inner stand part, y'all. But yeah, we have to cherish, first of all, the Most High. And we have to put that same energy we put towards money, we put towards looking better than our, appearing to have more than our fellow man. We have to put that into life. We have to put that into things that actually breathe. I would recommend you put it into an animal, something that can show you appreciation, then put it into a thing. Oh, unplug them. Let me pick up my phone. I'm a post them. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Joe. But you guys, hey, I told y'all, If I know it's a pot of gold somewhere and I'm benefiting from it, I'm not gonna not tell y'all about it. See, I ain't gonna mess up my blessings trying to be greedy. I'm gonna share it. Hurry up and tell you. Here we go, y'all. I mean, go over there and get rich off of them blessings he got flowing over there. Go ahead and get rich off of him. Very articulate. And he's older than me, too. Very articulate, but he gave me a destination. You know how they say I want to be like Mike? I want to be like that brother when it comes to getting your point across. Y'all hear what I'm saying, and y'all gonna understand what I'm saying even more so when y'all hear this brother, when y'all check out this brother's work. Like I told y'all, you know, I love a conversation. I don't, you know, people that just ride with me because they ride with me. No, I want you to, if you see me out of hand, if you see him and you see me out of pocket and you don't understand what I'm doing, or, you know, you got a critiquing, I don't want you to hold it back. I want you to let me know when you feel me moving wrong. And maybe I got an explanation for it. Maybe I don't even recognize it. That's what being a friend. That's what being solid means. It don't mean me being dead wrong and you going right along with me knowing I'm dead wrong. No. Now we outside in the real world and we about to get, you know, we surrounded or something like that. Yeah. But it ain't like that. I welcome critique. I welcome it. So nobody have to tell you. You ain't got to hear it through the grapevine. You hearing it from the horse's mouth. I welcome it and I love it. I love it. I think it's a beautiful thing. When you have mankind exercise his ability to communicate with his fellow man, and when he communicate with him, he's not trying to tear him down. He's trying to build him up. He's trying to make him sharper. He's trying to make sure he's as equal as possible with him so that he won't look better than his fellow man, but they'll look equal. That's what I'm into it about. That's what I'm into. That's what I love. I always hated that gloat type of attitude. Never was about it. Never cared about it. Never cared for people that was like that. I had a homie named Sticks. Every time I seen him, he talking about fancy glasses and how much he spent on this and this, that, and the other. Nigga, I don't want to talk about that. How you been? I ain't seen you in 2-3 months. You all right? Care nothing about what you spent, nigga. You ain't coming over here offering to pay a bill. The fuck I care about what you spending for? Excuse my language, y'all. Care about what you spending your money on. That's your money. Spending on whatever you want to spend it on. But you guys will understand, if you don't have nothing somebody can get off of you, you're not going to have very many friends. They can't get nothing up out of you. It ain't got to be you. Don't ask them for nothing. No, that ain't good enough. Okay, you don't ask me for nothing. Okay. See, you literally got to have nothing for no one to get hold to. That's when you see the real reality. That's when you see how many friends you got. I don't know who that was. I don't know if that was you, Mary Jane, saying one of your friends that was paid, you barely, you the only one was reaching out to them. They ain't reach out to you or nothing like that. You got friends like that, y'all, that you the only one doing the communicating to. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. See, I wasted my time. I forgave people. You know what I'm saying? I forgave people. I looked over it numerous of times. See you, boo. Have a good day in school. Got your hat? No hat? No hat? You don't want one? All right. My baby boy on his way to school. Don't waste your time. Because always remember, y'all, the Bible can't lie. It can't lie. Y'all remember this scripture? Don't waste your time. See, the person I just cut off recently, for good, forever, and I'm saying that with no malice and no ill feelings, none of that. But he showed me in small situations and big situations that he's not my friend. He's not my friend. Why I say that? Because while I was balling out of control, y'all, doing what I supposed to be doing, raising 4 kids, 4 boys, I reached out to all my people. If they were selling dope, I tried to talk them out of it. If they were selling weed, I tried to talk them out of it. They was cheating on their woman, they wasn't married, I tried to talk them out of it. Tried. And the majority listened to me. They had to bump their head a couple more times. They had to hear me say, man, I tried to stop that from happening. They had to hear that a few times. The majority of the ones that listen. But they listen. AM, no, he got a playlist over there. He's a former student of the teachings of magic, commit. He's what he called himself a Christian now. But he talks about everything. Everything, brother. You'll enjoy it, trust me. Trust me. He talk about our music, how singing to the devil. See, I pointed out a few songs to y'all, like that Michael Jackson cut, that tell the angels no, I don't want to see my baby alone. I told y'all about that song and a couple other songs, but he has countless songs, right? He did videos on countless songs where the artists were singing to the devil. And I think y'all will enjoy. I think y'all will love those. And yeah, you're going to be heartbroken because a lot of the songs are good songs now, y'all. But he's going to slowly but surely reason his points for pointing these things out to you. Beautiful, y'all. Beautiful. I'm listen. When I met this guy, when I ran across this guy, pretty much everything that I had opinions about, he was putting up proof to support. That's what it kind of blew my mind. It was just like when I met Christ Council. I was talking to Christ Council about what was going on in the colleges behind the scenes. And sure enough, Christ Council was involved in some of the stuff that I was alluding to. But mind you, I'm speaking on information that I got pertaining to other stuff from 1 or 2 universities. And here he is from a whole nother university speaking on what was going on in his dwellings. That's what it was like. It was like it was meant. It was meant to. And I reached out to the brother and said, brother, I'm inspired by your work. Can I please use some of your work to spread your message? And he got back to me. You know what I'm saying? He answered me immediately. Way quicker. When you see all the thousands he got on his views, he answered way quicker than I thought he would answer me back. MJ also had a room full of mirrors where it was said he summons, yeah. And see, look, Mary Jane, the crazy part about that, these occultists, they explain all these things in their writings. They explain all those things. Y'all remember when Mike made the song Dirty Diana? Did y'all find out who Diana was? Did y'all find out? Put a 1 up before I even open this bag. Put a 1 up if you found out who Diana was. The Bible has many true accounts. It also has a lot of storytelling attached to those accounts. This is where man interfered with scripture. Okay. With that in mind, you know, the next time you have an opportunity to sit up here and kick it with me, I want to hear about the stories. When you say stories, are you speaking about when the donkey saved the prophet, when a donkey spake? Spoke? You speaking about that story? Or the story about the angels mating with human beings, invisible people mating with fleshy people? Or the story about Jesus Christ? With the stories. I hear a lot of people say it's a lot of stories and a lot of real stuff. See, my thing is this. The news have a lot of real accounts, true accounts, and they have a lot of false accounts. There's actually a law put in place where the news is allowed to present fake news. They're allowed to present things that's not real. This is an actual law. And the law protects them from being sued by people like me who knows this. So they made sure they were protected by creating laws that protect them. Okay? So when I hear the news, do I believe anything the news say? No. I don't believe the smallest thing the news say. The only thing I believe that comes from the news is the things that I can prove. That's it. When it comes to somebody to tell me truths 1 minute and tell me lies the next, do I believe anything that they say? No. That's an easy answer. No. Have I ever perceived? Have I ever saw? Have I ever given some instructions from the Bible that wasn't real, that wasn't true, that was fake? No. No. So when it comes to the Bible versus the scientists, I'm going to go with the Bible. When it comes to the Bible versus the politician, I'm going to go with the Bible. When it comes to the Bible versus a pastor, versus a movement, versus a religion, versus a faith, I'm going to go with the Bible. Because if what you're saying don't line up with what's in here, then I'm just going to hear you. I'm not going to trust anything you say. Now, overstand, I do that for the same reason I don't want you to trust anything I say. No one should want you to just automatically listen to them without earning the respect of somebody you would want to listen to. I ain't been on here 6 months yet. I don't think I earned that. I don't feel I earned that. So until then, I'm not going to tell you to believe nothing I say. The most I can say is prove me wrong. That's what I would say. Prove me wrong. See, I was challenged like that. And when I got challenged like that, eventually I came around to pick up the Bible again. Did she speak to the serpent or a being? Did Eve speak to a serpent or a being? What did the Bible say? The Bible said the serpent was the most cautious of the land. The Bible told you that Satan used the serpent to communicate with Eve. The Bible told you that Satan was the puppet master and that the serpent was the puppet. So, what did you get out of that, brother? I know what I got out of it, but a lot of people don't get what I get out of it, obviously. Did Eve speak to a serpent or a... Oh, I already answered that. See, understand this. Even as far as the way we are from perfection, man can still speak to animals. And in a lot of cases, you got animals that speak to man. I've heard dogs sing. I've seen a donkey protect a yard better than any pit bull can. So it's really about your perception. I'm pretty sure that if you want to go against the Bible, you're going to find all types of stuff that will help you, that will stroke your ego. But see, like the brother I was speaking on said, unplug him. Like he said, you do yourself a disservice if you're anti-Christian and you only read things that's anti-Christian. You also do yourself a disservice if you're anti and I don't want anybody to dabble into any type of witchcraft or satanic nothing. But you do yourself a disservice if you're doing research and you're anti-witchcraft and you only read things that's anti-witchcraft. You do yourself a disservice. You need to read things that's dead middle, that's unbiased, not things where people already got their mind made up. That's how you get the truth in matters. That's how you answer questions. You don't just go along with people that believe what you already believe. You think that's why I believe in the Bible? Well, if you do, my belief in the Bible happened to be the total opposite of that assumption. The total opposite. See, the author of the Bible, he encourages questions. He's not the type of being that say, just take what I say and run with it. Though you will be blessed, but he encourages questions. He encourages questions. Yes, brother, you basically answering your own questions. Yes, Genesis is. But like I tell the people that say, well, it was books that predated the Bible. The Bible predates the Bible. The Bible predates the Bible. Do we understand that during the Exodus, it was still people living from the Genesis era? Are we understanding this? Are we understanding that the author of this scripture don't just tell you the good things about his people, tell you everything. He tells you everything. The people that served him, how they turned their back on him. How he had regrets on making man. Who would a God admitting to regretting creating something? The God of all things. No other no other entity claiming this type of hierarchy, whatever. But the creator of all things did. The Bible predates the Bible. Genesis wasn't even written down on papyrus until after Moses came along. Where did he get his information? Oh, maybe from those guys living 700, 800, 900 years who really didn't have faith in nothing but had enough respect to tell you events that took place that was recorded then. If we have technology that affords us the opportunity, or should I say the benefits of talking to somebody way on the other end of the earth, understand that they communicated way better back then. Of course, your mind couldn't fathom how would that be possible, because you're dumbed down. And you're not alone. I'm right along with you. I couldn't fathom it. But I do know this, that it's fact that they have uncovered sewer systems over 4,000 or 5,000 years old. Sewer systems. You know, those people supposed to live in the dirt and don't supposed to have knowledge of this, that, and other. They had way more knowledge than we have today. If you want to test that, go test the intelligence from the 1800s to the 1900s. See how much of a difference the intelligence is when we talk about books and when we talk about storytelling, etc. See how far spread the intelligence is. I mean, yeah, some things, is out of our reach. Some things is out of our grasp, but way more than some things that we can bear witness to ourselves every day we open our eyes. The projected beings created the created beings, bruh. There's us projected and the humans created. We created humans, bruh. If you say you did, so be it. If you say you did, so be it. Who am I to argue with you? I don't know nothing. But if you say you a God and you and your people created another group of people, I'm not going to argue with you. I would like some proof of it, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with you about it. Until you show me some people, when you cut them, don't nothing red come out. When you show me some people that let's see, that don't have organs inside their bodies identical to mine, that function the way mine function. Until you show me some people that can survive 7 days without drinking water, without eating. Until you show me some people that can breathe underwater and not get wet. Walk underwater and not get wet. Mm-hmm. Until you show me some people y'all created. And you're better than the people you created because you created them, right? Fly. You know, I don't want you to jump off no building. Don't you do nothing crazy like that. I want you to take a one hop step. You know how when you go up and try to dunk the ball, I want you to take one hop step and fly. Now you got to be able to do that. You just created. You just formed. You're responsible for a whole group of people. I know you can do that. I mean, hey, it sounds good. I wish you had something to show me that can say it's true, that I can buy into it. But you need receipts. See, Satan even got to have receipts. When Satan accuses us, when he goes to God and he hackles and teases God about taking out another one of his creation, he have proof. He have the actual acts of the person. He have the actual commitment from a person. He don't want God to just take his word for it. He want to show God proof. And when he show God proof, this is when he hackles. You're speaking of this dimension. We're all in a lower dimension. You probably is. I don't know, brother. you was supposed to come on my show and teach me about this stuff, but every time we get going, or every time I set something up, we miss each other. So hopefully we can do that. You can teach me so I can be able to go back and forth with you on these things. So right now we just sounding, like we speaking two different languages. See, that's why I was explaining to the brother the other day. I don't come hardcore Bible yet because I want to get a line of I want to get a standing, or should I say an equal understanding, an equal ground on understanding about where we are first. That's what all these streams about. We need to get to an agreement about where we are and where we stand. And I'm not speaking on dimensions. I'm not speaking on heaven and hell. I'm talking about right now, the here and now, and what's going on around us now. Who's running the show? Who's the puppet masters? Who's the gatekeepers? You know, I was looking at the Joe Biden videos. I was checking out how they were showing all this stuff from their breadwinner, their next man, their big man in charge, the commander in chief. And I asked the question. I said, why would they want us to see that the so-called, and it's all a lie, the so-called leader of the free world looking like a bumbling idiot? Why would they want the people to see this? Why would they want the world to see this? Y'all know that they put that camera don't see nothing they don't want nobody to see. So why would they show us Joe Biden rubbing on a little baby's chest, trying to forcibly kiss little kids? Why would they do this? And also, what's up, Slapper? And also, I said, why would they do this? Who's in charge of the camera? Who's in charge of the network? Because the camera, these people only at work when the camera come on. When you hear stuff like behind the scenes, they did this, see, all that is just talk. The camera comes on, that's when they work. Whether the camera is, whether you're receiving the feed or somebody overseas receiving the feed. Context look to be misunderstood. What you talking about, brother? I'm waiting for that feedback. But yeah, I welcome your you let me into your world, know whenever you get time to, brother. You know. I definitely welcome that. But I ask y'all, why would they want to see the head of this alleged country? And I say alleged because it's not a country. And I'm pretty sure the majority of us know this now. At least the majority of us that's listening to me now. Why would they want to show this weakness? It's a weakness, y'all. Don't think of nothing. When you talk about sickness, you're talking about weakness. Why would they want this to be broadcast to everybody? What type of sense do it make? It makes sense because of what you heard President Ford bring up early in this video. That there will be a man president, there will be a woman that's vice president, and the man will get killed, and by law, the woman will become the president. We don't know if that's going to happen here. But because he said that, we're anticipating it. He didn't say it like it's a could be. He said like it's a will be. If you go back and check out that footage, if you rewind this video when we're done and go check out what he said, he just told you straight up what was going to happen. And I'm just, me, myself, when this stuff go down, I'm just hoping y'all don't be caught off guard. I just wanted to be like if you was planning on going out on a hot summer day, you didn't listen to the news, and you go outside and you see storm clouds and it just mess up your day. See, I want to prevent that. I don't want no more of your days to be thrown off in fear and confusion. No more. Because see, when they notice that, it's blood to them. And they attack it. They attack your ignorance. Christ say, or I don't, let take that back when I say Christ say. The scriptures say, the lack of knowledge will be the fall of God's people. See, the knowledge here, it's just all about ascertaining it. Why would Biden say that in 10 years, the Caucasian will be the minority? Because he was told to. You think there'd be a such thing as racism without the Boule or the Ku Klux Klan? Without the FOI, the NOI? You think that Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you think racism would be a thing? It's a thing because they put the spotlight on it. Another money venture. Think of how many people that didn't know that it was an inside job that wholeheartedly thought they was doing something righteous because they was black and proud and went out there and lost their life. Think of it. Think of all the people. Those people you seeing marching with Martin Luther King, with Malcolm X. All those people, man. Insiders, brotherhood. See, you have to pay attention to the signs. They tell you everything through the signs. How Cassius Clay became Muhammad Ali. Notice the CC. Notice how C is your third letter in the alphabet. Now, if you do the gematria on Ali, Muhammad Ali, you're going to find out that it equal to the same as CC, as 33. See, if you pay attention to the signs and the numbers, and a lot of times the names tell you everything you need to know. Did y'all see the name of the girl who's supposed to chopped up her boyfriend in Milwaukee? Y'all want to see a joke? Go look up the girl whose court date is on 3/22. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It's a worldwide thing. It's taught worldwide. It's a program. Why wouldn't if the construct teaches you that this thing can help you rule a land unequivocally, why wouldn't the other nations catch on and do the same thing? Darker people worldwide is called nigger. Is fair is bombarded with racial slurs worldwide. Worldwide. When people of high melanin come to this country, they're shown advice or given advice about messing with people with high melanin from this country. You ever wondered why they didn't like us? They don't like us. You ever wondered why when they come into this land, the majority of them move to suburbs? They're not in the city. Yeah, it's a program. Y'all think they just came out the womb, said, nope, I don't want my daughter, I don't want my son messing with black people. Y'all think that was just organic, huh? No. Probably even got paid money to make sure they don't do no association with us. See, it's all a ritual. It's all a ritual. But in this ritual, you have just as much so-called black people participating in it than you do the so-called white people. Do y'all need to research the Boule? Do y'all need to research the Committee 300? Are these things foreign to y'all? Am I telling y'all something y'all know already? Or see, when you talk about the Black Greek fraternities, and I know a lot of people hate when I get on this subject, and I'm telling the people that's involved in this, that's benefiting from this, read your fine print. Read what it's about. Why Black Greek? It's always been a thing, though. It wasn't something someone came up with. Absolutely. I don't know anything of it. Oh, yeah. Me and Mary Jean, make sure if you forget what I'm saying, make sure you go back to this part of the video, that 2-hour line. Check them out. The Boule, the Committee 300, the Black Greek fraternities. I told y'all earlier about the Hippocratical Oath. What is the Hippocratical Oath? It's your oath to Hippocrates. Hippocrates. Hippocrates is a Greek god. Period.
I went to Gordon's and got us all a sub because I was on.
So that's who you're relaying to.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. When you talk about Hippocrates, or should I say the Hippocratical Oath. Hold up, here we go, son. Did you know melanin is an artificial version of carbon? Did you know we're the only carbon-bodied beings? Nope. And you know what? I probably don't know. I probably would have known by now if you would have graced my platform with that information. I've probably been in research by now and everything to see what the hell you talking about. See, I'm so busy. Boule is a bunch of unnecessary. Now, see, you say that, but see, they don't lure the numbers. They lure in because they're unnecessary. Yeah, it is an old information. Alex Jones and Bill Cooper already made docs on it. The Boule. Oh, see, Alex Jones and William Cooper. But how about Bill Coaxley? See, I like his information on the Boule, and a lot of things me and Mr. Copeland don't agree with. Rest in peace. He passed, I think, a few years ago, if not more recent than that. But I like his take on the thing. He does beautiful work, and he did it his whole life. Go check him out. Make sure y'all give him a dig. You understand? Because he lays it down. He lays it down. He was on the Boule head every time they, when they did their little conferences at these big halls and stuff. He was there. But yeah, Bill Coaxley. I hope I'm saying his first name right. Beautiful brother. Definitely get associated with that. And to my people that's in fraternities, what I need you to understand is it wasn't made for what they told you it was made for. It's a deception. It's another trick. It's another trick. See, this is why I tell you you way more valuable than what you think you are, what you give yourself credit for. And I know some of us are just proud, chest out, you know what I'm saying? We know we the shit. But see, you way more than what you think you are, even when you feel that much about yourself. Even when you feel like you better than this and better than that. You're way bigger than that. That's why they spend the money they spend to keep you distracted. And the boule, or however it's spelled, been known for a while too. They say that black celebs that became millionaires are alongside weird behind the scenes gay stuff. Yeah, now see, but we ain't even got to even talk about that stuff. We can just talk about what's on the surface. That's a fact, though. That's a fact. That's because of their wealth, though. That's because of their wealth and their pledge. And it's just like all the other occults. You have to be invited. So when you have people that have 3-4 master degrees and you see them still broke, you see them still working regular jobs, whether instead of working towards in a on a path where they got their degrees in or a field, it's because they weren't accepted. They wasn't, either they passed it up or they wasn't invited. I have plenty of people who fail for that. Education, this, that, and other. No. See, what they don't tell you is education and being a part of a fraternity. See, understand those signs and those symbols, apple pie and all that stuff. Oh, how about this, y'all? It's Pie Day today. Happy Pie Day. And y'all know I'm not a religious brother, but or should I say a person that celebrate holidays. But see, this is a holiday, and it's not really a holiday. It's a mockery, to be honest with you. You know, anybody that's familiar with math, I know you up on it. 3.14. Yeah. But it's a slap in the face, y'all, because it's gematria. It tells you that your country rules its lands, rules its news, its sports, its calendars by gematria. By gematria. See, if you type up Independence Day on a gematria calculator, you're going to come up with 47 or 74. And then you ask a person, me, Mary Jean, what day is independence in America? Is Independence Day in America? And guess what me and Mary Jean going to say? She's going to say it's the 4th of July. So y'all think it's a coincidence that you type up Independence Day in a gematria calculator and it comes up either 47 or 74? And our Independence Day being actually on July the 4th, y'all think that's a coincidence? Not a coincidence, y'all. No such thing. They gave you the title. They gave you the slur, the term, conspiracy theorists, because they want you to associate people that's called that is labeled conspiracy theorists, as people that don't know what they're talking about. But see, I ask the people that's realists. I ask you, oh, okay, thank you. I ask you to ask this question. Hey, can you take that juice out the freezer for me? It's right there on the door. Yeah. You can hand it here. You can toss it. Thank you. Everything that these so-called conspiracy theorists have said, let's say 90% have come to pass. Either has happened or is happening now. So why are we still calling people conspiracy theorists? Why are we even still using that term? Because everything from the Twin Towers, all the stuff from the little Illuminati playing cards, oh, that's coincidence. That conspiracy theorists, everything these people have said has came true. You remember Albert Pike, y'all, talking about the 3 wars that have to happen? And they have in the first war. And they're already, when you talk about, when you read the language concerning the first war, they're already talking about the Second World War. Go to it. Go back in time. See, we have the power now in these last days. We're in the information age. Why they call it the information age? Because of Daniel. Because Daniel say in the last days, information will become abundant. So that's why the world has adapted another thing from this made-up book, has adapted the term, the information age. From the made-up book. Right now, we got the privilege to time travel. We'd be sitting here right now. We can go back to 1920 in the stroke of a couple keys. Go back to 1920. Another thing y'all want to check out. Go check out in the early 1900s how there was numerous stories about 6,000 Jews being killed over there. And nothing ever being done or nothing ever being said because nobody bought it until the Second World War. Go check that out. So was it a coincidence that it's really supposed to happen? The same amount of number, the same number of people being accused of being killed several times in a certain time period, because people are making theories based on conspiracies they come across. Yeah, but once those theories have been manifested, they're not theories no more. They're not theories no more. That's my point of the matter. You know, yeah, it's a theory until we see it coming to fruition. Now we got to call it something else. And in most cases, when you ask for more than the frosting on a conspiracy cake, they don't want to tell the ingredients. Give me an example of that, Slapper, if you don't mind putting it in there. Give me an example of that. I'm feeling that, but I need to be a little bit more solid to make sure I'm getting a proper take on it. You know I'm slow, bro. One second, y'all. Yeah, so we definitely got to find another term for it, because I usually listen to some of the crazy stuff William Cooper said, and when I seen some of them things start to come to fruition, it was kind of crazy for me. It was kind of crazy. Let me see. Let's see what else. Yeah, but as for me, y'all, you know, I'm just me, man. I'm a regular cat from the hood, raised in a one-parent household. Excuse me. I'm the only son out of 3 children. And I just see things, man. I feel things, I see things. I used to think I knew, you know, more than the average man. I found out the hard way that wasn't the reality. That was just me. And then I have to state the fact that I'm glad that it went that way, because it humbled me in ways that I wouldn't have been able to be humbled, of realizing you don't know absolutely jack. So that's why I'm more of a conversationalist now, because I understand the meaning of not thinking you know everything and not knowing nothing at all. I had a dude when I was in prison. He insulted me so smooth, so bad, and it was a testimony to my personality. What I tell y'all about myself. He disrespected me so smooth, so out cold, and so elegantly that I didn't realize it till 2 years later. How about that? How about that? If you ask a conspiracy theorist about, let's say, Project Bluebeam, they go all over the place with what they think they know instead of what they can prove. Right. Now, Project Bluebeam is that the is that the do it have something to do with the chemtrails? Is it in the sky, so to speak? Yeah, I definitely gotta chop it up with you, Slapper. I've been on here a little bit too long. I ain't gonna chop it up right now, but I'm gonna come back later on today when I'm ready, because I'm nowhere near ready right now. I done ran out of my supplies I need to stay focused right now. So I gotta make a couple runs, hit a couple stores, and get the things I need to make sure I'm not too boring. Make sure I'm not too boring, and I ain't gotta leave too much quiet time on here. But yeah, I can dig that, Slapper. You right about that. See, when you getting at me, Slapper, you have full permission, brother, to make sure I stay on point. And I don't care how you do it. Just make sure I'm on point. When you come at me with something and you need me to clarify, verify, put it down, Because it's real easy, man. When you got, stuff going on around you, it's real easy to get sidetracked, distracted, or whatnot. So you have full permission. I really, Slapper, hope that we can continue where we left off at, man. I hope you gonna be feeling funny around me, and you can open up to me, and I can open up to you. Since we got an understanding, you won our first match with each other. Hey, you, Jims. Think I know who you is. The CIA came. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yep. And they did that concerning what just happened to the president. Ooh, y'all, and I ain't even came at y'all. See, we on all this other stuff. I ain't even came at y'all with the Kennedy files, man. Oh. Y'all ain't gonna like my what I came up to. CC in the building. Y'all ain't gonna like what I came up with, y'all, when it comes to Kennedy. Couple people might be mad, boy, but we gonna talk about that, y'all. Y'all let me know in my comment section how soon we need to do that. Y'all be sure to let me know, cause I ain't even brought that one out. I'm so glad she went and checked that one out right there. But yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, okay. I ain't got time, so I don't want you to think I'm rushing you when I gotta go. Yeah, y'all let me know, man, because I had my mind. This is why I tell y'all about me, man. I try to tell y'all enough about me so it won't be like y'all don't know. But I can learn new things, man. I don't believe old dogs can't learn new tricks. I don't believe that. For about 10 years, I had my mind made up about what happened concerning the Zapruder film. I had my mind made up. I'm trying to tell you, for 10 whole years. And then boom, I finally got the truth, y'all. And you know what? I'm gonna give y'all something to think on before CC even get up here. I'm gonna give y'all something to think on. The president's in town, right, y'all? The president's in town. And look, I don't care. I'm gonna ignore you if you try to continue this conversation. The president's in town, right? Out of all the news stations we got in the 60s, right? Right? Why do we just have one film concerning what happened to JFK? Why do we have the film of a person that's in the Brotherhood? He's a part of the Brotherhood. Zapruder, y'all check him out. Why, out of all the news stations that were alive and well at this time, why is the Zapruder film the only film you got that showed what happened to our president? Now, I'm going to just let that, I want that to marinate on you for a hot second, all right? I want that to marinate on you for a hot second. Think about that until we have this conversation. And I'm going to find a way to not get, if y'all know a way, CC, I can't get flagged. And I can play a little bit of that video. I want to play a little bit of the video. And I want to present some truths I had based on the video. But I especially want y'all to meditate on the question I just asked. Why not? Why not none of the other news broadcasts? Why no other cameras? And if y'all look at it in its entirety, when he's turning the street on his way down this pathway through this park, you guys are going to see the whole scene flip. The whole camera, people on the side flip. Oh, man. Do your homework. Because when we had this conversation, I want you right on the same level I'm on. I want you right there eye to eye with me, shoulder to shoulder. I'm trying to tell you. The truth is always right in your face. See, based off that question right there, in my mind, the Zapruder film, and I ain't even talking about the fact that him being a part of the Brotherhood. Let's forget that part right there. Let's think about ABC, NBC, CBC, CBS, rather. That's all I want you to think about. Where was them guys at? Had the day off, huh? While the president of the United States was in town. They had the day off. How much sense did that make? Hey, y'all. My little dog tried to keep me up here for a little while. He would have had me for a second. But he didn't waste too much time on me, man. What up, boy? You just getting up, boy? I'm jealous, man. You barely got, I can't hear you. You barely got hair growing on your damn face, man. I'm jealous.
Hey, what's good? There we go, man.
What's good, boy?
Man, I had to come up, man. You know, rare that I catch you in the morning time, man. You trying to leave when I'm full of life and energy.
Yeah, I gotta make sure some stuff straight because I got up probably about 10, 11 o'clock last night.
Oh, man.
And I've been up since then. I'm cooking some beans while I was up, so I gotta make sure them straight. You know, I'm hoping I can take a little quick nap and try to get to the grocery store before they close, so I can fry some chicken up to go on the side. You did.
Oh yeah, man.
Put some bird on the side of that. You did. You know,
man. Cam, I like when you go live in the morning, man.
I'm gonna do it more, man. I just, I ain't been ready. I ain't been ready. I ain't had none of my necessities, man. You know what I'm saying?
I see, man. You got a good crowd interaction up inside the morning.
Oh yeah, man. Crowd interaction been beautiful, man. You know, my day ones, me and Mary Jean.
What's up, Mary Jean?
Come through, man. Make sure dude stay on his toes, man. So much appreciated, though. So much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Man. So much, man. And then Mno came through for a minute, rapped the taste, you know what I'm saying? And Slapper came through. You did?
Hey.
I wanted, man, if I get to talking to Slapper, man, I'm gonna be up for a few more hours, man. I can't do it because I'm gonna mess up my whole day. You know, it's supposed to be 50-something degrees in Detroit today, dog.
You said it's supposed to be what?
50-something degrees.
Oh, damn, man. We got 30 here today, man.
And it's supposed to be 60-something tomorrow, dog.
Oh, yeah, you're going to want to get out there. You might have a little cookout.
Yes, dog. Man, dude, if I had them subs where I needed them at, CC, I'd be on the riverfront for a couple hours, dog. Straight up. I'd be on the front for a couple hours.
You like Fisher?
Fisher?
Yeah.
Who was that?
No, I'm talking like fishing,
No, just to do it live up there, just to show the
Oh.
water. You know what I'm saying? Just to
I think you used to
be
about
out in the
getting out
beach.
on that. They used to about getting out there catching some catfish or something, King.
No, you fish.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh man, hey, when you come through this way, man, you definitely got to take me down memory lane, man. I ain't fished, man, in over 20 years, dog.
Oh
I
yeah.
ain't fishing over 20 years, dog.
Hey man, something about it. Hey, there we go, right there, man.
Hey, over 20 years, man. So I'm like, I know how to put the bait on there. You know what I'm saying? I know how to tie my line. I just ain't did it in a nice little while, dog. It's been a while. It's been a while, man. So I ain't got none of the license and none of the stuff you need now. Because in most places here, I'm right by the water. I'm like a block away from the water. Most places here, you gotta have license to be on that water. Man.
Yeah, that foolishness. That's what I call that.
Yeah. They got it controlled, dog. But some people get away with it. I'm just not one of I ain't, I just got away from the
it ain't worth the fine.
The hoorah. Nah. I can't do none of that stuff, dog. No more burdens.
Yeah, I'm dealing with something like that now. Can't
what up, yo, Slapper, man?
And talk to you.
Yeah.
What up, though, man?
I ain't shit, getting high. My usual. It's the morning. Had to drop the kid off at school, so yep.
Yeah, man. So who house we going to before I put on the live later on tonight? Who house we showing up at?
Shit, man. I'll most likely be live later.
Give me a time.
Shit, I don't know. I'll be randomly falling asleep and shit. I'll be high.
What's up with you, CC? What you talking about, man? You ain't got nothing planned for the day?
Oh, I mean, if I don't go live after Slapper, or if Slapper ain't going live after your show, I'm probably gonna go live, man, because I gotta get some advice on some stuff, man. I got some bullshit I've been dealing with. Yeah, starting to come to a head, kind of. So it's starting to get to the point, man. I just had a dream. I shot 3 people on the airplane to try to get away from some bullshit. And I knew as soon as I shot the first person that the police was going to be looking for me after this. And then I went on and shot 2 more people.
Get that capital murder charge, my nigga.
Is it there in the air? I don't think you get no capital murder in the air, do you? That's a whole different law there.
Well, first off, he was on illegal airspace.
Yeah.
Now you get hit with terrorism fucking charges.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds more like it. Straight up terrorist, dog.
It was a crazy dream, man. Somehow we still got out the airplane, but like when you hit that state of desperation, man, and sometimes logic doesn't do enough for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Starts
getting like that.
See, that kind of remind me of my dream, dog. I was driving a truck, and I fell asleep behind the wheel. And when I woke up, I was hitting people walking up the street and hitting cars and stuff like that. And I was just like, in my dream, I just felt it was so real, dog. I just felt like, oh shit, I could never be normal again. You know what I'm saying? I got to get out this truck and try to find my way away from here because I'm gone. I turn myself in, I'm gone.
Yep. That's for the rest. Well,
and listen, the fact that that you actually did that shit, oh man. Man. I woke up feeling bad. I think I probably got into an argument online after that dream. I woke up mad off that one. Like, how the fuck I fall asleep behind that wheel?
I know you be relieved though when you wake up and you realize it was a dream and you ain't really got to go to jail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Like, I'm happy I only killed them niggas in my dream.
Hey, I used to have them dreams, man, when I was in prison. Dream be so real. Like I'm at home, dog. and wake up and still in that motherfucker. Oh my God, dog. You man, the hurt and hate and anger going through your head, man, after a situation like that, boy.
That's when.
Know what you mean. That's why I don't like white walls and cold rooms now.
That's when you got to stand up on your bed, man, and just fall backwards on the corner of the sink in your bathroom.
Oh, man.
Nope, because if you don't die, you get fucked up in there.
Hey, I thought about it. I thought about it. I ain't gonna even lie to you, dog. I thought about it. That's about the only thing you can do too, man.
You try to smash your head on the by the window or any of the corners of the window. That's gonna take multiple smashes. By the time you get concussed, you ain't gonna be able to finish the job. You just jump off on your bunk and just fall.
Hey man,
jail concrete is different.
I don't know. There's a video of this dude. He jumps off the second bunk head first into the toilet, and he survived.
That's why I'm about to get ready and say, Slapper. See, the thing about doing something like that, I feel sorry for you if you don't do it right.
But hold on.
A nigga gonna be chaining you the rest of your life.
Isn't it a sin though, if you're religious, to kill yourself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wouldn't be worth it. Well, yeah, no, unless you're Muslim, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think it is. Oh no, it probably ain't for the Muslim. It probably
No, those are the radicals, not just your average Muslim. So
yeah, but you know, it's a sin to kill, period. But so killing yourself ain't no different than that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's like going a step further. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like going a step further, man. But listen, y'all, I'm not gonna do nothing until my house calm down. My house ain't gonna calm down till about 11, 12.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Kate, man, I wanted to ask you about something, man. Mm-hmm. You got a second?
Go ahead and shoot. I'll let you know if I got a second.
You say you got 3 sons?
4.
4 sons. What, as a father of multiple kids, what makes you choose one son over another?
That's a good question.
That's crazy
because I was just talking to my second older. Well, first of all, no matter what, you got to look at all of them evenly, because 2 of my sons not biologically mine, but I came into their life as babies. So, first of all, you have to knock off in your mind, you have to make sure, and it's just for people that's listening that's in that situation, you have to just remember that these children that's not yours are yours because they're your son's brothers. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
They belong to each other. Even if you don't belong to that one biologically, they belong to each other. So you want to teach them equality. At a certain point, though, you have to, at all times, draw your lines in the sand with kids because they don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to draw your line in the sand with kids, even when it comes to how they treat you. And when you get your children that desires to treat you, make you happy, to do things that's, that they know you like, you have to treat them with that same energy. Be a father when you have to, but you got to treat them with that same energy. And those kids that come up and they think they know more than you and they don't really want to be around you and stuff like that, you have to let them know that, hey, I want to be around you, talk to them like, you don't like me or what I do to, and, when they share what they share with you, what you have to do is show them how you want to be treated. You go to the store, you ask them, do they want something? You cook them something, you don't know if they ate or not. You ask them if they want something to eat. Ask them, do they want some of your ice cream? Ask them, do they want some of your Kool-Aid? Ask them, do they want some of, stuff that ain't theirs because you buy them their own stuff. You offer them stuff of yours. And you just sit back and you look and see if they reciprocate that. You see if they bring that same energy to you. And then sometimes you will ask them, like, if you don't see it reciprocated, you ask them, why you don't be giving me? And you don't want to come to them like it's a serious thing, because it's not. You just want to bring it to their attention.
Mm.
Hey, dang, you got that? Why you ain't offer me none? I want some. And just see how their reaction is about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some already, or, oh, I ain't know you want to, just, go off their reaction. And just be like, well, sometimes, offer me stuff sometimes. Don't I be offering you stuff? Just because I'm your daddy don't mean you don't, I don't want stuff sometimes. And just see how they treat that. See how they remember that. You know what I'm saying? See if that information means something to them. And you'll know if it means something to them, because you're going to instantly see it.
Now, what about the other way around?
Huh?
What about the other way around where
what happened?
Where you got something, like you might have a snack or something, and you offer it to one son but not the other. Oh
no, I wouldn't do that.
That's what I'm asking. What would make you choose one over another? What would make you alienate one of your sons?
I would say, well, my kids, it would be based on if it's something that they favor or not. So it's like, let's say I'm eating a calzone or something, and one of my kids don't like the calzone I'm eating, but my other one does, then I'm going to let the one that does get it. But I'm going to ask the other one, is there something they want like too? Yeah, since they don't want the calzone. So it's just like, on that end, that's about the best I could think to answer it. But yeah, it's a hard question. It's hard as fuck when you're asked, because you don't even realize if you do it when it's in the moment for the most part. So it's just like, if you know what your kid likes, you're just gonna be like, oh yeah, go on, yeah, you ain't gonna waste it.
And then too, to piggyback off what Slapper just said, sometimes, I got 4 sons. Sometimes one may vibe with you more than the others. One may have more in common with you. You feel what I'm saying? And it may appear like you spending more time with that one son, but it's not really that. It's that one son who actually enjoys that because they vibe with you more than the other sons.
I mean, like that, I get that part. I get. And to say like what Slapper said, like knowing that one appreciates it more than another, I get that too. But I guess where it causes confusion with on my end is like, let's say that you got a son, like let's say one of your sons does come up, one of your sons wants to play football, but you don't technically support that. So every time your son come and ask you, it may not even be for a score. It might he just wants you to see, hey, your son got some skill. He might ask you to come to like a pickup game and watch. But like at every turn, you deny, nah, I'm not coming. Nah, I don't want to see that. And at every instance where he invites you to something, there's some reason why you, as a father, don't want to participate. But then your other son, who ain't into none of that, I guess you might favor that more because he's not into playing football or, whatever else. He invites you to things, and every time, you make it an effort.
Something that's not sport related. Okay, yeah. Now, see, I'm that's a good question. I qualify for this one. See, at one time, man, I lived and breathed sports. because I believed in it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I put my faith in it. And all the things that I put my faith in sports for ultimately ended up to a lie. So what happened was I got off into different leagues myself. Played high school ball, played baseball, basketball for the churches, for two different churches. And you know, my whole goal was to, you know, like any of us, you know, make some money. You know what I mean? Make some money. And I knew that I can only go so far because I was a bad guy. I was a criminal. You know what I'm saying? I got caught with my hand in a cookie jar. So I know I can only go so far. So before I had kids, I always had dreams of having boys because I was a womanizer. I didn't want no girl. I didn't want to raise no girls. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. That was my thought at the time. And when I got my boys and got them into the sports, bro, you know, it was what I breathed. But when I found out, you know, and my end point was with the Penn State thing. When I found out what my boys had in store for them, if they just so happen to be any good at this stuff and cross over, you know, to that next level, I couldn't stand behind it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't stand behind it. It's just like this. Christ Counsel. You a stranger, right? If I see you walking up the street and I see you headed for a manhole, you busy looking at your phone and ain't paying no attention. If I see you a stranger about to walk into that hole, I'm gonna try to stop you. I don't know you, don't know what you about, your name and none of that. But I know you about to die, possibly. So if I got the power to stop that, I'm gonna do that. That's just what's in me. So how much more protective would I be when it comes to my flesh and blood if I'm that way over a stranger? How much more protective would I be over something that belongs to me? Now, I thought that sports was an escape. Remember, I found out about the music industry. I was in the music industry. I found out about the music industry. I found out about the churches. You know what I'm saying? I found out about all that stuff. So I'm thinking that sports was the escape. I'm thinking, okay, it's an avenue left. And when I seen that avenue wasn't left, when I understood what going to college in the fraternity and my cousin y'all met on this platform, my cousin Joe, you know, he went to Fair State. When he came back, it was like he had been to the Army. He was totally different than what he was when, you know, I last seen him. So it's just all of those things together. When it came to sports, it wasn't that I didn't like them or I didn't want I didn't want my kids to play them. I wanted them to wait till they had their own minds. I didn't want to put my energy behind it because I know where it was leading to. I wanted them to make up their mind when they was able to make up their mind to do it then, because I couldn't back it up. But I can say this, y'all. I did make an exception and allow it to happen because I seen other things at play, and I made up my mind that I would trust that a locker room more than I would trust a dope house. You feel what I'm saying? So I seen things at play And I just made sure they understood where I stand. If somebody come at you in a particular way, don't hesitate to holler at me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care if they threaten me to do this, that, and the other. I don't care nothing about that. If anything inappropriate go down, just make sure you get at me. Other than that, if you get hurt out there, they ain't gonna pay for it or none of that. You only got, your insurance only so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, you at your own risk. So with that being said, you're gonna vibe. Some people in this world just don't vibe with each other. They're just not into the same thing. They just not on the same brain wave. And sometimes them people are your family. Sometimes you can be equal on thought processes with somebody, and then one day y'all notice that y'all not equal, y'all different, and y'all move two different kind of ways. So it ain't no bad thing. Long as you if you notice that's happening, you got to find ways to make it up on the back end. If you peep yourself, if you put a mirror before yourself and you peep out that you're spending way more time with the one that vibe with you over the one that don't vibe with you, right? Mm-hmm. You got to find other ways to make it up with that son that don't vibe with you. Like, you got to do something that vibe with him, like come down to his level a little bit more so, rather than him on your level. See, your other son on your level, he trying to step and walk like you. His other son more individualized. He more of his own type of person. So now it's your job, just like on a video game, when you get to that boss that's kind of hard, you got to figure out what sequences to move and shake and hit. Now you got to do this with your baby. Now you got to see where his head at.
Well, another example is, them dads that you see in tutus doing ballerina. Sometimes you just got to suck it up and be a ballet dancer.
Yeah. So to speak, bro. And it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it.
I understand. Everything that y'all saying makes total sense. Because as a father, I don't have that feeling at all with my kids. I guess I'm trying to understand from a perspective of a father who does feel that way. And I notice, like, a lot of the issues that I'll be having to deal with. If I did have my parents to go to, like how my brother does, they would be taken care of like that. But I have to deal with them by myself, and it's always, it's not even like it be me and my mom's for the most part, but there be witnesses. My mom follows whatever my dad says, regardless. So whatever he says, God over man, man over woman, woman over children. So it'd be real,
a lot of us learn on the fly too, man. Like me, I didn't have no father. I couldn't tell you the literary merits.
Yeah, my dad didn't have no father either. That's
the literary merits of being a father.
My dad ain't had no father either. And I used to contribute that, like maybe our interaction was because he ain't have no dad, so he ain't really have nobody to watch, no male figure to watch. But
that
I
was
talked to
part
other
of
males who didn't have fathers as well.
That was part of it. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, part of it. But when you sticking your chest out and you beating it like King Kong, you don't feel like you should stoop down a little bit and get into the minds of your baby. You feel like your baby got to catch up with you. They just got to be on your brain wave. See, a lot of things that I tried, a lot of things that didn't flow with the way I feel, I had to let go. Like the way my mama used to do me, I couldn't do my kids like that. I couldn't bust them upside the head just for any old thing, or you know what I'm saying. But I contribute that to my mama being a single mama. Her mama left her. You know, her mama passed away when she was 18 years old. That was the only. She had a father, but you know, it was really her and her mama. So I contribute that to ignorance. I felt like I learned a few more things than my mama. Here, my mama is, she never got married, you know, in her almost 60 years before she passed. And all her kids was married before she died. When she died, you know what I'm saying? All her kids was married, all three of them. So I just feel like this. I always just wanted one thing from my kids. I never put the burden of school grades. I never put the burden of them being the biggest and baddest. Only thing I said is I want you to be better than me. Don't repeat none of my mistakes. Learn from my failures. And be better than me. If you felt like I didn't treat you a certain type of way or I did this wrong, show me. Show me how you treat your family. You know, correct my mistakes by working out your life. You know what I'm saying? If it didn't make sense and it's stupid to you, I shouldn't see you doing it, right? Shouldn't see you repeating it, right? Okay. So, you know. But you know, some of us, man, and then the influence a lot of people be up under too, man. That play a large part too. Who you want to be, who you trying to be, where you trying to go, where your destination at. See, me, I'm not trying to be better than another man. So that's how my attitude was with my kids. I'm not trying to dominate you. Only thing I want to instill in you is respect, and that's because respect can save your life. You respect people who don't even respect themselves. That's what I wanted to instill in them. It's just like when you driving down the street. You're not merely driving for yourself. You're driving for everybody around you. Because if you got 10 people around you, 6 of those people ain't paying no attention. 6 of those people ain't got their awareness on. 2 of them ain't got no business out there whatsoever. So you literally have to drive for people that's out there on that road. That's how you got to do life. That's how you got to do in the moves you make. You got to think about everybody around you. Can't just think about yourself.
Yep.
But what's up, young Brizzo?
What's
Yo,
up?
what's good, Bree?
Fellas, what's good? What's good, fellas?
Nothing much, man. Hey,
We done caught you
Oh,
this
man.
morning too, man.
You say what?
So we done caught you this morning too. You done got
Man,
caught up
yeah,
this
you know
morning.
what I'm saying? The babies be having me woke. So I'll be up. You
oh,
feel
you
me?
got the babies?
Yeah.
Oh
Did.
yeah, man.
Did.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, to piggyback on what y'all talking about. My
You got a
big
baby. You
thing
don't
is,
count as a real parent yet. No, play.
oh, for sure. My big thing is, you know what I'm saying, is instilling and my boys to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's real big to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's a cold world out here. You might have to break a nigga down out here. You feel me? And I know King ain't really with the defending yourself thing, but shit, I am. Shit.
Yeah, I'm most definitely. You know, I'd be a lie to tell you that you know, I want my sons to you know, when they was kids, I say I just want them to let somebody just punch them all in the face. You know what I'm saying? You got to defend yourself, but you know, the way I learned, you know, in the streets to defend myself, you know, it turned me to a savage. You feel what I'm
Sometimes
saying?
that's what it's. Sometimes that's necessary.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right. Especially when you from where I'm from. A lot of times it's necessary. But you know, the thing about that is I can show you way more savages that's dead and in prison than I can alive and well right now. as far as who I grew up with. And you've eyewitnessed a few of the savages I know.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I got several others and several other hoods, what I'm saying, that I can compare with that I ran with, that, we didn't really, getting our ass whooping wasn't nothing, not normal. You know what I'm saying? Getting rushed by 6-7 niggas wasn't something that wasn't normal, because that's the way Detroit was made at one time. You stepping in the wrong hood, you know what I'm saying, trying to go see a little shorty or whatnot, and you got to walk to a bus stop through a hood or, something like that. It wasn't nothing unnormal to get brushed. You see what I'm saying? So when you got situations like that, you can't really fight no, crowd of 6-7 niggas, but you can learn how to defend yourself. And so that's what, kind of situations I was in. And from the people that I ran with, pretty much all of us, went to prison. Pretty much all of us, or died.
Have y'all ever found yourself in a situation in real life where somebody just started wailing on you in the face?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's my hope. That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
I mean, shit, you might have to take a nigga out of here. You know what I mean? Shit, that's just what it is.
Hey, but guess what though? And I know y'all gonna disagree with this, because I know how y'all feel on this subject. But guess who that shit hasn't happened to?
Your sons?
My son.
No, boy.
My sons. Listen, I've been here their whole life. You feel me? All while they was in school. None of my sons came home lumped up. Ever, dog. Never. My sons never. Now my second youngest got beat up by a girl, but I think he liked it. That I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think he enjoyed that, because he tried to get beat up by her multiple times, and she finally got him.
I'm just saying, as the pops, can you really be mad he got beat up by a girl instead of dusting her ass off? Like, they got to have some respect there. So,
But listen, it never, when I heard my son had fought, it surprised the hell out of me, because it was one of my most quietest sons. And I found out that it happened on YouTube. On YouTube, somebody recorded the shit. I'm not on Facebook. Somebody recorded the shit, and I was hurt, and I was scared at the same time, because it was him that fought. One, that's the hurt part, and then I was scared because I'm thinking, what if this young man can't take an ass whooping? Who is his? I never seen him before. Who is his family? Around here. See, that's the type of stuff I was trying to avoid, and still wind up running into it anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Still ran into it anyway. So fortunately, even though I didn't teach my sons how to hurt another man, fortunately, something in me is instilled in them, because when he dropped the dude, and he dropped the dude several times, he didn't go trying to kick him all in the face or stump his head while he was down or whatnot. You feel what I'm saying? He let the dude get back up, tried to talk the dude out of it again. Dude keep on coming at him. He whoop, 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 whoop. Try to talk the dude out of it again. Dude come up again. He whoop, 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 whoop. And that was it.
That did not fall fighting me. Gonna get some boots to the face.
See,
Yeah.
I would never. I never would, man. I never have. I never would.
Man,
Never.
yeah, you different from me. I will give you that. Trying to stab people, stomp people, threw people down the stairs, all that shit.
Hey, Slapper. I attempted it once, and the guy I was selling dope for stopped me. But somebody had came over to where we was at, starting stuff about a girl.
Mm-hmm.
We got into it with one of my homeboys at the time. And when I seen it was going on, I came out there. I seen the dude that I was cool with kind of slacking.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just, trying to throw a little something in there to help him out a little bit. And when I did it and was about to get ready and go through with a little bit more, the guy I was rolling for pulled me to the side like, no, you know what I'm saying? Let him go on here, this, that, and the other, and dig this, man. I felt bad about what I did. And this was when I was in my messed up times in my life. This is when I was, really doing bad stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when he stopped me, bro, later on that day, I was thinking about it and I felt bad about it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying? I never was that type of person, but that's how far I had developed. And when it took this dude to pull me to the side and critique me, I didn't understand it. I'm like, this nigga slanging. What the fuck he care about? That's how I was looking at it at the time. But I'm marinating, kicking it, and everybody talking about it like he came out there, drop kick,
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to that stuff, man. I'm like, dang, that was some whole ass shit. You know what I'm saying? That was weak as hell. Now, and it didn't happen to me plenty of times. But see, I never agreed. I never dug that. I never thought that was real shit. I always thought that was cowardice.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am, in the midst of the act of doing the same stuff. And when that dude critiqued me, this was some months before I had went to prison. Before I even knew that was my, destiny. I thought about that stuff, man. I'm like, wow, it's just that easy to flip, to actually do some stuff you ain't cool with. It's just that simple. And for this dude to pull me to the side and critique me, it was really like a wake-up call for me. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I got to check myself. And sure enough, soon after that, because I was having feelings, I was having dreams about me dying. So, I started praying. And sure enough, months after that, y'all, I'm in prison. That was summertime, y'all. By that fall, I was in prison.
Me, Mary Jane says she going back to bed.
Are you going back, Mary Jane? Thank you for staying up with me. I'm about to get ready and get off here too, y'all. I so appreciate y'all, man. Hey, Slapper, Bree, CC, I want y'all to keep me sharp, man. Don't stop coming at me when y'all come at me, man. Keep me sharp, dog. Keep me right. I depend on that.
Yeah,
keep me
well,
right, when I get up, y'all, I'm gonna look and see who on. Whoever on after I get myself together, whoever on, I'm coming to visit. Coming stopping through, man. Coming stopping through. Straight up ruin the whole show. Y'all gonna be talking about apples and oranges. I'm talking about steaks and pork chops.
Hey, just walk them over there. I don't mind a good contested debate.
Yeah. Make sure you pick something that's real petty too, because I want to. I missed out on that little interaction the other day, man. I want to make up for it. I want to get a little physical, man. I want to get a little physical. Since we on the same page now, young Slapper.
Chill.
I want to get to know you a little bit better, brother. Yeah, I understand. And Bree, if you ain't too busy, I'm hoping you pull up too, my brother.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, see, I'm gonna try to get up, y'all, because what's the day? Monday. Mongoose got to go to work tonight, man.
This nigga.
And
I want to get out of my
thing. He wanted to talk about this war thing, y'all. So he
Shit.
said
Bible
something about people
prophecy.
got
Here
it
we
mixed
go.
up. Something like that, man. So
Yeah.
He got
Okay.
that.
he want to clear some things up, man.
Yeah.
Like, is it
Yeah.
possible that it's a real war with a fake story being told?
Mm-hmm. Or vice versa. But I'm get off here, y'all, and hit y'all a little bit later, man, so I can get some of the sun in before it's gone. Appreciate y'all for stopping through, man. Young Stopper,
Slap, you
Young
going
Bree,
live?
Young Christ Council, Mean Mary Jean, M No.
Hey, Slap, you
Thank
going
y'all.
live?
I had a few other people. Hold on, let me holler at my few other people. A few other people that came through here. Gems. Let's see here. I know I seen somebody else I ain't recognize. Oh no. Oh, Angie. Thanks for coming through, baby girl. North Carolina came through. Okay. That's what's up, y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a beautiful rest of y'all day until y'all see me again. Y'all be safe, man. Love that family, man. And like I always say, man, if ever given the opportunity to do good, man, do it, man. Do it. You ain't gonna do nothing but get it back 100-fold, bro. Peace.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.